Welcome, and thanks for taking the time to learn more about the TMM6 Power Drive Stretcher Chair from Transmotion Medical. In this overview, we're going to take a look at the features of this revolutionary product. We'll talk about how it has the power to transform patient handling, and you'll get step-by-step instructions on how to operate it. Just remember, this overview does not replace the formal training that's required to operate the TMM6. With that said, let's get going. At Transmotion Medical, we're committed to making patient handling safer for both nurses and patients. That's why we developed a concept called One Patient, One Surface. Every Transmotion Medical stretcher chair lets a caregiver take a patient from admitting to discharge all on a single surface, reducing the risk of nurse injury, reducing the risk of patient falls, saving time, saving money, and improving patient comfort. The TMM6 is our latest product innovation, and it truly breaks new ground because the TMM6 is the first fully motorized stretcher chair. Instead of pushing and pulling a patient on a stretcher through the hallways, now caregivers can drive them instead. Let's take a closer look at the TMM6 from the basics to all its bells and whistles. The TMM6 starts with all the fundamental features of our TMM4 stretcher chair. There's exceptional motorized patient positioning. Controlled by a handheld pendant, the chair can take a patient from supine to upright and everywhere in between. The chair's full radiolucent back permits radiologic procedures without moving the patient onto another surface. The back also has a manual quick release for emergencies. There are comfortable memory foam cushions, a 500-pound weight capacity to accommodate large patients, chrome-plated side rails with padded armrests, and a large footrest. Because of the chair's power drive capability, it's structurally configured as the TMM6-WTA. W for a wide 28-inch seat, T for a 39-inch triple column height, and A for its AC power source. It's also available with a Q option, a patient scale upon request. The chair also comes with a lap belt and oxygen tank holder as standard equipment. And there's a wide range of other accessories that can be added to fit specific needs. What makes the TMM6 absolutely unique in the market is its dual-base power drive, making the TMM6 self-propelled. Using fingertip controls, caregivers can transport a patient throughout a medical facility safely and effortlessly at speeds up to 3 miles per hour. The engineering breakthrough that makes this all possible is the patent-pending dual-base suspension system. It features 2 kinds of wheels, standard casters for manual operation and drive wheels for motorized transport. In the power drive mode, all 6 wheels maintain constant contact with the floor. The more the patient weighs, the more traction this creates to help transport that patient. With this traction advantage, the TMM6 can roll over thick carpets, ramps, and bumpy thresholds with ease. The user interface mounted on the back of this articulation tube controls motorized transport. It engages and disengages the power drive, sets the chair's maximum speed, and lets the operator control the drive direction and the pace. The user interface also shows the status of the casters and brake, engages and disengages the motion alarm, and displays the battery level. To adjust the height of the user interface, simply raise or lower the column height of the chair. Now let's talk about power. The TMM6 has 33 amp-hour onboard central batteries that power both the drive unit and the positioning controls. It gives the power drive unit a 10 to 15 mile range on a full charge. An AC cord located at the base of the chair plugs into a wall outlet to charge the battery. When the AC cord is plugged in, the chair's positioning pendant will operate, but the power drive's user interface cannot be turned on. While the chair is recharging, the battery charge level indicator on the interface control will indicate the current level of the charge. And once the batteries are fully charged, the battery charge lights will flash repeatedly. Charging takes approximately 10 hours. The battery does not need to be discharged before recharging, and it cannot be overcharged. This means it cannot be plugged in too much or too soon. Before we actually drive the TMM6, a word about safety. Transmotion Medical has designed the TMM6 with multiple features to ensure the safety of patients, caregivers, and visitors. A security keypad on the user interface ensures that only certified operators can use the power drive feature. The motion alarm lets operators add a warning sound whenever the chair is moving. Now we're ready for that test drive. Turn on the user interface by pressing the on-off clear button until the user interface lights illuminate. Enter the 4-digit security access code in the user interface. The medical facility administrator is responsible for issuing that number. Next, check the user interface for the status of the power drive. If the indicator light is glowing, this means the power drive wheels are down, in contact with the floor. There are maximum speed levels, indicated by lights on the user interface. Push the slow and fast buttons to adjust the maximum speed to a comfortable walking gait. And decide whether to engage the motion alarm. Next, check the status of the casters for the power drive to engage. Unlock the casters using the lever at the base of the chair. Now you're good to go. The trigger on the user interface moves the chair forward, up to the maximum speed limit. Release pressure on the trigger and the chair stops. Pulling the trigger puts the chair in reverse. Its speed is also adjustable. Driving the TMM6 is a pleasure because the chair has exceptional maneuverability. It negotiates tight turns, easily handles ramps and carpeting, and smoothly clears bumpy thresholds. In short, the TMM6 makes transport over long distances effortless. And it can revolutionize patient transport in departments like the ER, radiology, ICU, endoscopy, wound care, and more. The versatile TMM6 can also be operated manually, just like Transmotion Medical's other stretcher chairs. Just disengage the power drive and engage the casters. In fact, you may want to do this to maximize your maneuverability in a tight space, such as an elevator. The caster system gives you the tightest turning radius possible. Now, throughout this video, we've been showing you the safety features of the TMM6, for example, the security access keypad, the motion alarm, and more. All of these are designed to prevent injury to caregivers, patients, and visitors. But another key safety component is a commitment to training. Because of its power drive, the FDA requires that all operators have formal, in-depth training on the TMM6. Transmotion reps are responsible for conducting this in-service demonstration and training session as soon as the chair is delivered. And hospital personnel are required to verify, in writing, that they have received the training. The investment of time is small, but the results are critically important to everyone's safety. We hope this overview has been a helpful way to get better acquainted with the TMM6. You should now have a better understanding of the chair's innovative features, how intuitive it is to operate, and how it can transform patient handling and transport. In that respect, the chair's potential is significant. By reducing the risk of nurse injury and by making patient transport easier, the TMM6 can improve efficiency and impact the bottom line. You'll learn all the details about this amazing stretcher chair in your formal training session. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about any aspect of the TMM6, please contact Transmotion Medical. We provide you with the power for change.